When President Donald Trump returns to the White House for another term in January, Melania Trump will reprise her role as First Lady.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
The first 4 years she spent in the White House giving us clues about what a second stint might look like for the wife of the now 47th U.S. president.
Please welcome our next Commander-in-Chief, my husband, President Donald J. Trump.
Melania Trump took pride in overseeing extensive renovations at the White House, writing in her recent memoir, "These projects, executed quietly and without fanfare, were my part of contributing something lasting and beautiful to the American people." She also writes, as First Lady, she was committed to using her platform for the greater good. She created her Be Best initiative to fight online bullying and expanded it to help children affected by the opioid epidemic.
My Be Best initiative was inspired by compassion, strength, and kindness.
After leaving the White House, she created Fostering the Future, an organization that gives scholarships to children in the foster care system. Last month, she told Fox Business if her husband won the election, she would continue that initiative.
I will expand that and add more stuff. I have more ideas.
Mrs. Trump often broke with tradition during her husband's first term in office, remaining in New York City for several months after her husband took office with their then 10-year-old son Barron as he finished school. This time, she's expected to move between the White House, Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, and Trump Tower in Manhattan, with now 18-year-old Barron attending college at NYU and living at Trump Tower.
As unconventional as a first lady as her husband is as a president. She's not going to be fit into a box, and she's not going to do what's expected of typical traditional first ladies.
Something she may not be looking forward to as a first lady, the intense media attention she says she received. She famously wore this jacket with the words, "I really don't care, do you?" returning from a trip to a migrant child detention center. Mrs. Trump later telling ABC News it was a message for the media.
And it was for the people and for the left-wing media who are criticizing me, and I want to show them that I don't care.
Though some see her as a reluctant half of a political power couple, she takes the role of First Lady seriously.
Does it ever kind of have these moments where, how did I get here?
Yeah, it's an incredible journey, an incredible story. You never know what can happen in life.
Still a lot to learn about Melania. Yeah. She doesn't talk much about public policy, although she did voice her approval for abortion rights. She did. But there is a lot she is talking about in terms of advocacy work.
Yeah, no, and she's already doing some of it, as we mentioned, for foster children, for example. In her memoir, she also writes about, it was really interesting to me, she writes about talking with her husband, and she tells a story about disagreements with him. She says she keeps those private. She addresses them privately, but she says she was blindsided by the Trump policy that separated immigrant children from their families, and she says that she told the president back then that it shouldn't be happening, that it had to stop, and then the policy changed soon after that. It's also really clear from this memoir that she enjoys being the first lady. Like, she enjoyed the travel, the banquets, the state dinners with, foreign leaders. She really likes the pomp and circumstance, and she really respects the office.
All right, Kate, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.